Okay guys, this one's all about the needlefish plug, okay? Everything you need to know about the needlefish, okay? First thing, this is a 3-ounce model, solid resin. And now this video is going to be about my needlefish plugs. I can't speak to other styles. I fished other styles a long time ago, which, you know, inspired me to build a better one in my eyes. So I'm going to go through everything as to why this plug is so important and so misunderstood. A lot of guys have this plug in their bag and they have absolutely no idea how to use it. It's not a confidence plug, but this can be one of the deadliest plugs, especially at nighttime, off beaches, off rough surf, cast really far, okay? I make two versions. I make a 3-ounce and a 2-ounce. This is a 3. It's solid resin. It's completely loaded inside, which I'm going to touch on a little bit later. But first, retrieve. Okay, you can retrieve it very differently. You can do a simple cast out and just subtly have the rod out, let it sink. Okay, notice there's a little side to side action, okay, which is a benefit, but basically it just comes in very straight. Okay, again, that's just a simple cast and retrieve. Now at nighttime, that is deadly. Okay, that represents an eel, it represents a needlefish, it represents a sand eel, it represents any kind of slim bait fish, silver sides, you name it. Okay, so that's just one retrieve with the 3-ounce, just a simple cast and retrieve. Okay, there you go. Now, say you're fishing some really deep water, which I'm only fishing about 3 feet here. Okay, say you're fishing 8 to 10 feet of water, it's past the bar. Okay, let it sink down, let it count down. If you start feeling bottom, raise it up a little bit, raise the rod tip. Okay, so again, let it sink down. Oh, raise the rod, bring it to the surface if you want. Okay, let it sink back down. All right, this is the beauty of the needlefish. It's very versatile. Okay, now another thing, I know a lot of guys ask me for floating needlefish. I don't make a floating needlefish. I just refer them to my pencil poppers, my 135, because basically you're doing the same thing. These here, okay, the 3-ounce and the 2-ounce, you can bring to the surface. If you know fish are blowing up on the surface, you know, definitely, and you need to reach them if it's, you know, a really long cast, you know, cast out, bring your rod tip high and bring it to the surface and just work it like a pencil. It looks like an escaping, you know, whatever, eel, needlefish, any bait that I described. Now for a heavy lure to bring it up to the surface, it's definitely a benefit because it wants to stay down. But I designed this lure to be balanced in the water. Okay, notice how it's sinking down flat. It's not sinking down nose first, ass first. Okay, so now I'm going to touch on the weighting. Okay, the weighting of this lure. I'm sure some of you guys heard the term loading a needlefish. These are pre-loaded. Okay, loading a needlefish refers to getting a needlefish that's made of plastic. Okay, hollow plastic. There's some companies that make them out of hollow plastic, and you drill a hole in them and you're placing weight in the front, placing weight in the back. Usually you're putting in lead shot. Okay, so the lead shot would move back and forth. The one thing with that, and I've done it, okay, is that no matter what you do, the lead is going to go to the back of the lure. So when you cast out and you start retrieving, all the lead goes to the back of the lure. It's going to want to come up. It's not a balanced lure in the water. Okay, what I just showed you a little while ago. Mine are completely loaded throughout the whole entire lure. Now, I'm not going to give away the process on how I do that, but yeah, it's weighted throughout the whole entire lure. This one, like I said, happens to be 3-ounce. This is a 2020. I have caught some nice fish on this plug and just put new hooks on it. And but yeah, it's, again, if you see it sink in the water, okay, see that? It just boom. It's not going backwards or, you know, the ass end diving down. It's very natural in the water. That's something that's very important. Okay, very important. Now what I'm going to do now is I'll switch over to the 2-ounce and show you that one. Okay guys, the 2-ounce version. Now this is a new plug that I just made for myself actually, in the green eel or sand eel pattern. I definitely throw these a lot in the fall, okay? Now, same thing, loaded throughout the whole entire lure, okay? It's a little slimmer, so you're not gonna get really that big side-to-side action with this one as you probably would with the 3-ounce, okay? Now, everything I use, that's something I want to touch base with too. If you're going to use a needlefish, I'd go with at least an 8.5, 9, 10-foot rod, if not more. You want to get them out far. You want to utilize the weight of the lure, and definitely that's the advantage of it. Cast really, really far. Okay, so same exact thing. Cast out, let it hit, start retrieving. Now, a medium to fast retrieve, depending on what you want to do. You know, if it's a slow night, slow tide, reel it really slow, you can see it. Actually, yeah, it does have a little bit more movement than I remember. So there you go. A lot of times I'm fishing them at nighttime, so I have no clue what it's doing. So again, cast out and just a really slow retrieve. See if you can see it coming in the water. Let me see if you can bring it up a little bit. There you go. Now this one, the 2-ounce version, okay, it's good for current, just like the 3-ounce. It's just beaches, off a boat, if you wanted to throw it off a boat. Again, if you want something to sink down fast, you're fishing some really heavy water, go with the 3. If you want to fish something, you know, that's not going to be really digging into some really serious water, go with the 2. But the 2 does work in serious water. I fished this thing in some pretty damn serious water and pretty good current. If you can see out here, there's some really strong current going through here, and these things stayed down. Okay, you got 8, 9, 10 feet of water out there. Let it sink to the bottom on that whole cast. You'll definitely, you know, bring it right back in under the water. Now, again with these, bring it to the surface, okay? Let it hit, bring it to the surface. There you go. Give it an erratic motion, a side-to-side action. Use the rod, okay? So there's really no need for a floating pencil if you can do this with a needlefish. The reason a lot of guys ask me for a floating pencil is because, or excuse me, a floating needle, is because a lot of the needlefish they're throwing are one-dimensional. They sink down, like I said, ass down, and that's it. Okay? I'm not knocking anybody, I'm just giving you facts, okay? This is why I built my needlefish the way I built it, to combat all that, okay? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You know, get the best bang for your buck. Aside from being made of solid resin, okay, through wired, I mean, that wire is encased inside that thing, so it's not going anywhere in case you hook into a 300-pound tuna. All right. Now, another thing I want to cover on needlefish is when to fish them. Okay, needlefish are a nighttime plug. Dawn, dusk, fine. Nighttime. You can fish them during the day. I know some guys that do throw them during the day. Again, if there's like a school of fish breaking way out, you can't reach them, you need something heavy to get past the bar or whatever it is, then that's when I would go with the needle, okay, just for distance wise. But at nighttime, for whatever reason, these things are absolutely deadly at nighttime. Deadly. Use them at night. And use them with confidence, okay? A lot of guys, they'll see this thing in the store and they'll be like, well, I'm gonna grab a glider or whatever. Oh, that's fine, okay? But try it out. I just try it out for a couple of weeks. If you have some needlefish in the bag, if you have a couple of mine in the bag, use them for a couple of weeks and try them out and just see how well you do, especially at nighttime, especially in current, especially when you know that the fish are kind of really, you know, not feeding heavily or whatnot, okay? In the fall, these fish, they're feeding on silversides, they're feeding on sand eels, okay? And I'm a very big advocate of throwing the right lure, shape-wise, to these fish, okay? Because that's what they're keying on. If they're feeding on sand eels and you throw a big wide plug, yeah, you might get hit. But your odds are you're gonna get hit better with this thing than you are with something, you know, that doesn't look like the bait fish they're feeding on, okay? Again, this is just a 7.5 foot century rod. I'm just testing, you know, to throw some lures, but I mean, this thing just casts a mile. I put no effort into it whatsoever. Hits the water. I mean, you can bring it to the surface way out there. There you go. I mean, that's a sinking lure. It's fast sinking lure. Bring it right to the surface. Work it like a pencil all the way back. Okay? Then you want to get it below the surface, let it sink down, and just rod low, steady retrieve. Let it do its thing. Okay? Very, very, very versatile lure, guys. I hope I answered all your questions about the needlefish. I know a lot of guys have just like messaged me all the time, like, how do you use your needlefish? What do you, how do you use a needlefish in general? And I'm glad that you guys asked, because I'm here to really help you guys out. And I was like that too. I'm like, what the hell is a needlefish plug? I'm just gonna throw something with a lip on it. And when I was a lot smaller or younger, I should say. But yeah, once you start throwing needlefish plugs, guys, these are a excellent tool for your tool bag right here. Excellent tool. These things definitely get the job done at nighttime. When all else fails and you're not putting a lot of fish on the beach, throw a needlefish and just see how it goes. Okay. All right, guys, since you guys are watching this one, shop has been extremely busy. A lot of different shops. Ramsey Outdoors has an order right now that's going to be heading out. I just sent a big order to M&D's Tackle, Ocean State Tackle. Let's see. Yeah, the Surfcaster has an order coming up. Tackle World. Okay, no, that's another thing. Where to find these in stores? Tackle World just got a big order. Goose Hummock Shops has a big order. The Surfcaster has a big order. Fisherman Source has a big order. So in both sizes. So definitely any shop online, search them. They probably have my needlefish in stock. And I hope you guys fish them. And any questions you guys have, please let me know. All right.